So everyone in my friend group knows that I'm the story guy. There's one in every friend group where if the game doesn't have a good story, if a movie doesn't have a good plot or whatever, good dialogue, then they're not going to generally like it. And I'm that fucking guy. I am branded as the story guy. And they always go tell me, if you care about a good story, go fucking watch a movie or go read a book. And I'm like, damn, like they low key have a point. But then I realized something. They fucking don't have a point, right? What happened to games not having good stories? And it got me thinking. I go, why am I so connected to past titles? Why am I so connected to games of the past and stories of old? And why am I so disconnected from a lot of stories now in 2025? And in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and explain that. So when I was a kid, I had pretty much no fucking friends, right? And I would play video games for hours, and that's what I would do. I would go home from school, I would put my meat between two fucking pieces of salami. No, I'm just kidding. And then I'd play video games, right? I would play video games. And I used to play for hours and hours and hours. And I was thinking to myself, why can I not play video games like I used to? Number one, I have like a dog that begs for my attention and a girlfriend that begs for my attention. So definitely can't play it as much as I used to. But number two, I'm realizing to myself that I just am not absorbed into this world that I'm playing a lot of the time, right? Obviously, it's game dependent, but a good example of this is I was playing Path of Exile 2 last night. Objectively, a good game. And I'm thinking to myself as the girls going fucking, we must cleanse the Sunwell, or, hey, traveler, you must be from this guild. It's like there's so much exposition that I'm actually getting bored. It's like the game is talking to me rather than I'm actually living in the game. And I don't understand how games have gone so far from storytelling. I think it's almost like a lost art. And I think this has affected my entire life. And this is honestly why I made this channel, is because when I was first, I used to live in Cuba when I was in the military. And I was having a conversation, argument with my friends about a bunch of different anime, right? And we were like, they're talking about fucking Naruto and, all these other like dog shit, objectively dog shit storytelling wise, like animes. And I was like, man, I could fucking write a better anime than that, right? And they're like, why don't you fucking do it? So I started writing my book or whatever, right? That's besides the point. But that brings me to say this. It's like, recently we have been so bogged down and shoved and forced bad stories that I don't think people know what a good story is anymore. And these bad stories are making it so you cannot even enjoy the game or the movie or whatever universe that you're in. And it's really sad because I think to some of my favorite games of all time, we have Gears of War, I'm just going to say the Gears of War series, Halo, The Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm kind of a normie when it comes to video games, by the way. But there's a lot of fucking amazing games of the past, and it got me thinking. I'm like, what happened to games where they just cannot tell a good story anymore? And I'm not saying that that's always the case, because objectively there are great games like Space Marine 2 and Elden Ring and games like that do tell a good story. But it seems like there's more and more slop than there used to be. And it got me thinking, I'm like, why is that? What happened to the story? And if you guys know, let me know. But I think a major thing that we're missing in games is a universe that is believable. And the more I play a lot of these other newer games, the more I just feel like the identity behind writing is gone. Like the writer's intent is gone, and they're just filling fucking voice actors with nonsense. And what are the voice actors gonna do when they're just given some bullshit? I can't tell you how many games I've played where I've just been expository to fucking death. The only game of late that I didn't get expository to death on is Claire Obscure Expedition 33, one of the greatest games of all time. I mean, just objectively true. And I think back to it, and this is really funny, by the way, is I was playing New World a few years ago. I love New World. I thought New World was so much fucking fun, and New World story was fucking dog shit. I even made a video about it. If you check that out, that was actually one of my favorite videos. But the reason I love New World is because the server I was in like created its own fucking lore. There were people switching clans. There were people like sabotaging wars for money, and like you know, trying to set up like peace treaties and shit like that. And it got me thinking. When I was thinking of the idea to make this video, I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like, I think the only thing holding a lot of these garbage games back is a story. I mean, look at even games that have come out recently that look utterly dog shit. Like, I swear, if Concord had a good story, like I know they're gonna create this whole cinematic universe, like they're you know, that was their intent. If they actually had characters and in a world where people actually gave a fuck about, I think it would be actually still a thing rather than it just being a dead game, right? Or even I mean, God, man, I didn't play this game, but I've seen all the reviews. The new Call of Duty. If that game actually had a good story, I think people would enjoy it a lot more rather than like, you know, them giving someone a mind virus that makes them see ghosts of the past. It's an interesting idea, but it's actually the way they execute it from the videos I've saw, the reviews I've seen was just awful. And and fuck, man, aren't you guys tired of it? Aren't you guys tired of just like playing a game and they just constantly go fucking, well, traveler, welcome to the world of Euphoria, where when magic and might meet for fucking gold or whatever. It's like, why are you telling me this, bro? Like, why are I've had so many fucking games just explain the entire universe, and then they're like, let's go fucking collect 10 the whippets from fucking wolves and then turn them in to create this armor or whatever, right? And it's like the same fucking thing every time, bro. It's like, you know, do some retarded quest and let them explain the entire universe, and then there's no mystery, there's nothing left in the universe for you to really like explore and wonder. And I think, bro, I can't glaze Claire Obscura Expedition 33 enough, but that entire game was full of wonder, right? It was full of like, what's gonna happen? What is this? What can I do in this universe? What this seems like a world full of possibilities. And it seems like in a lot of games now, you get to a game and they just tell you all the possibilities right off the bat. They're like, you can roll a 1 through a 6 if you roll a dice. If you roll 2 dice, you can roll up to a 12. And it's like the whole world is fucking explained to you. There's nothing like, oh, can I do this? I wonder if this can happen. They fucking tell you in the beginning of the game, oh, well, you can't do that. Right. And man, fuck, man. I know this is a rant video, but I just wanted to say that I think it's really sad how stories have, or how games have gone away from making a story a part of its identity. And as someone who cares a lot about writing, and as someone who cares a lot about like a good story, I think it's really sad how there's not a lot of games left for people like me. I love multiplayer, don't get me wrong. Halo 3 was one of my favorite multiplayers of all time. I used to sweat in Gears of War. I used to fucking like, you know, ninja defuse on Call of Duty and fuck around with the Diamond Riot Shield with the FMG 9s, right? I love all of that. But the issue is, I want something that gets me invested into the universe, or I just know I'm playing a game. And it's just unfortunate that we are like the last guard, the old guard, the men of old when it comes to like actually caring about a story. And yeah, if you guys are a fucking developer, if you guys are looking for someone to write for your games, man, I can throw my hat in the ring, because I just think even me, who has never had any like writing experience other than writing my own book, I could write a better story than like 98% of the games that come out. I mean, it's all just slop and safe and on rails and guidelined, and I just don't like it, man. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I got a video on Fire Force coming out pretty soon, kind of breaking that down, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later.